Hey, what's going on, my fellow gamers? It is JDP Gaming here, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. It is officially the spring season in the lovely United Kingdom. Well, it was as of yesterday. Anyway, this is the 2013 Toyota GT86. You unlock this by completing the Seasonal Championship Sports Day, which is located nearby the Horizon Festival. And you need to use a modern sport car that is A-Class, and you win all 3 races, or you have the most amount of points by the end of the championship, boom, you got yourself this guy. It is rear-wheel drive, it has a front engine, and it sports 198 horsepower. I had a tune set up before, and then I had to retune it to make it more drivable and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm explaining how I tuned the vehicle, I'm going to show, or not show, but explain how I tuned it before, showing you parts that I used, and then the new parts that I put in after the fact. So if you guys enjoy this video and you want to see more Forza Horizon 4 content like this on this channel, go ahead and smash the like button. We really do appreciate it. And with that being said, we are going to get started. First of all, we're going to check out the inside of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and get inside. We're going to go ahead and close up the door. There's your leather interior seats. Stick shift. There's actually red lining inside the seats, which is awesome. Also the same for the door. I think it's pretty cool how you got red in there. Here's emergency brake. Here's the horn. And there's our power buttons. We're going to go ahead and press that. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and rev the engine. Nice. I like it. I always was a fan of pretty cool sport cars. And how the engine sounds, it sounds super awesome. So the power is off, door is open. We're leaving the vehicle now. We're going to go ahead and close with the door. We're going to go ahead and swing this way towards the hood of the vehicle. We're going to pop that open. And the engine is a C45 Boxer. There's all your engine components. It's used to make the engine. All the stuff you need. We're going to back up. Go ahead and close that up. Swing around towards the back. That's the passenger side, because the wheel's on the right. Pop up the trunk. Pretty well spacious in there, I will admit. Nice. Close that up. Yep, there you go. Inside and outside of the 2013 Toyota GT86. So now I'm going to explain what, not explain, but how I tune the vehicle. I have the horsepower over 350. The torque is at about 260 some foot-pounds of torque. The weight is over 2,800 pounds. Displacement at 2,400. And the performance specs are over there on the right side of the screen. I have it at top of A-Class, 800. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain what parts I used before, and then I'll explain the parts I used after the original tune. And what I'll do is I'll say this is what I used originally and this is what I'm using now. So I'm going to go old and then new. But I'm still going to do what I usually do, but I'm going to go old and then new during the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead for the drivetrain. We make it all-wheel drive, per usual. The engine swap, we really don't touch, even though we got so many options to pick from. We don't touch them at all. For the aspiration, we put in a single turbo. We don't need to worry about the body kit. We just leave that guy go. Aero and appearance, we don't worry about front bumper. We put in the Horizon 4 style race rear wing. We don't worry about the rear bumper. We don't worry about the side skirts, and we definitely don't worry about the hood. Those guys don't touch. Tires or rims. I had before, as you see where it says owned, I used to have sport tire compound, but then I put race tire compound in there to give it more of the race-like feel. 255 mm for the front, 265 mm for the rear. Rim style remains stock. Front rim size 18-inch, same deal for the rear, also 18-inch. The front track width and rear track width are fully spaced out. Or fully upgraded. There we go again. No, it's fully upgraded, not spaced out. It's fully upgraded. For the drivetrain, we put in a race transmission. And we put in a race differential. Let's check the clutch and the driveline. I'm pretty sure they're stock. That one's stock. And that one's stock. Yes. So, transmission and differential race, clutch and driveline stock. Okay, so we put in race brakes, race spring and dampers, race front and rear anti-roll bars. We leave the chassis go. And here's where I had to change the weight. I basically changed the weight for it to remain stock. Originally, I had sport weight. As you see, it says owned. Then I'm like, do I want to put race weight in there? Nah, didn't put up over S1, so I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and back up the weight to its original weight, which is why it says 2,814 pounds. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to just go ahead and leave it stock. So as you see, it says owned for sport, which is what I originally had. But then I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave it stock because that would make it, you know, the weight kind of balances itself out, and I can do what I got to do. For the engine upgrades, originally for the intake, I had street, but then I put that back to stock. I originally had a race fuel system, but then I put that back to stock as to lower the horsepower. The ignition, the exhaust, those remain stock. Sport cams and valves, that remained. The race valves, those remained. The displacement for race engine block, that remains race. Pistons, I never touched. The turbo, I never touched. The intercooler, I never touched. The oil and cooling, I never touched. And the flywheel was a race flywheel, but I backed up to a street flywheel. You can see where it says owned for the race flywheel, but I brought it back to a street flywheel. Okay, so there you guys have it. That is the difference between the old tune and the new tune for the 2013 Toyota GT86. As I said before, you need to have a modern sport car, and it needs to be top of A class or somewhere in the A class for you to go ahead and either win all 3 races or have the most amount of points by the end of the championship. And then if you win, boom, you got yourself the Toyota. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Forza Horizon 4 content like this on this channel, go ahead and smash the like button. I really do appreciate the support. And per always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section below what more you'd like to see on this channel and what more new content you'd like to see me put on the channel. And I do believe that's going to do it. So until next time, fellow gamers, bye for now.